For Dale Teckel from Michigan Deer Hunters.
Thank you. Let's see. Hi, everybody. I had a few things wrote, and I think tonight I'm just going to kind of talk a little, just kind of off the cuff. I kind of feel like I'll introduce myself. My name's Dale Teckel. I am from Sterling Heights, and I grew up in Sterling Heights. I still live there. My two brothers are with me today. And I grew up in a very Christian home, very conservative home. My mother is still, my father passed away a few years ago. My mom, she'll be 89 next year, still doing well and very much is proud of not only myself, my brothers, and just things that we do within our own church. I'm a member of Trinity Lutheran, which is one of the biggest Missouri Synod Lutheran churches in Michigan. I became an elder there, which part of the duties of being an elder is just working with the pastors and also getting a chance to do some of the what we call shut-ins, people that can't make it to church, people that are elderly in a nursing homes, things like that. So we visit them monthly, or I visit them monthly. We visit about 2 or 3 each elder per month. Get a chance to have a Bible study with them, just minister to them, and actually administer Holy Communion with them. So that means a lot to these people. And so that part of my life is brought into my hunting page. I grew up in a very hunting family. My dad, his friends, everybody, my brothers, and almost everybody that I know has deer hunted. Started out really pheasant hunting years ago, and just was a big part of my life. So probably about 12 years ago, I wanted to give my passion of hunting to others on Facebook. So kind of just for a lot of fun, I decided to start a page up and shared a few photos. And I think maybe about 5-6 years ago, more and more people started to really notice my page, and I'm noticing every day I'm gaining thousands and thousands of followers, and I'm at just short of like 100,000 followers. And even like my reach on Facebook right now, I'm reaching anywhere from like 6 million to 30 million a month, which is kind of mind-blowing. So, but what's nice about that is I'm able to portray who I am, who my Christian values, my conservative values through that page. I started recently, or I shouldn't say recently, maybe a few years ago, I would always do in the mornings, one of my first posts of the day, I would start out with a motivational post. I'd take like a deer picture, maybe for example, a deer was drinking some water out of a stream. I would take a motivational with that, and I would actually start adding some scripture to that. And that really went off very well with a lot of people, to the point where I was being thanked for that, being, hey, thank you for showing your faith and just not being afraid to talk about God and showing my faith to others. So that went over very well. And from there, I think that really increased my awareness on Facebook, where more and more people were kind of messaging me. And it got to the point where why I'm probably standing here today in Hillsdale is I was at my brother Tim and myself, we went to a Ted Nugent concert a while back. And 2 of your residents here, Troy Sandy and his son, they were there, and I was going live one night, and the next day he messaged me, and he's like, hey, I thought knowing you guys were here, I would have invited you backstage and everything. So we were really brought into this community through the Sandys. And that's why, another reason why I came out here today, I got asked on opening day of gun season for the 15th and 16th, I'm going to be going live and doing a lot of through the Jerome Country Meat Market, Buckpole. So I'm going to be there that night. If you guys are around, stop by, see what's going on. So we were there today, and we got a nice tour through that community or through his business. Talked some politics, and just had a good time there today, getting to know the ownership there, and just more and more that I come out here. So that's kind of why I'm standing here today, and I've kind of become, even though I'm from Macomb County, I'm becoming out here to Hillsdale more and more. So my hunting page has really gotten to the point where I just really wanted to instill values of camaraderie, community, conservation. I wanted to really instill that into my page, because there's a lot of hunting shows, a lot of hunting pages, everything that everybody has gotten into it. But I think what kind of makes, and what people's told me, what makes things stand out a little different is that really I'm just what I call an average Joe hunter. I have a lot of passion for the sport, and it's really was brought in from my values that my dad instilled into me. And so my passion has begun to, I want to instill my values of something I love in life, and I want to portray that in a very positive way. And just the fact that, I mean, Josh had followed my page for a while, and he had messaged me if I'd want to come speak tonight, and I'm really appreciative of that. But just another example where a lot of people that maybe I wouldn't have known has been come through that hunting page. I've become some very, very great friends with some people that I didn't know a couple years ago, and it came just through being yourself, who you are, and just being very true to yourself. So I think that's really what I try to do every day. I mean, we throw a lot of, like this time of year, a lot of hunters are successful and they're sending the pictures in, but I try to expand on that aspect. I think a lot of times if you turn like a hunting show or something on, sometimes you'll miss, I mean, they'll go hunting, they'll get their deer, and then next thing you know, the show is kind of over. And there's a lot missed in the hunt itself. And to me, it's the camaraderie. It's before you're at home, you're having fun, you're joking around with your friends, your hunting buddies, you're in the car joking around, or you're at the buck pole the next week or that evening. So there's a lot more that goes into that whole thing than just actually hunting. And it's really just the camaraderie and what I call the memories that you get with people. Big deer will come and go. I mean, big antlers on the wall are always going to be there, but I think my best example I can give you is one of my dad's best friends that we've hunted, and he was part of our deer camp for years. He just turned 91. I was actually able to, this year he was ill a little bit, wasn't able to get out hunting, but I hunted with him last year. And usually opening day of archery season, we're out hunting, and yet that one day we really were just sitting around the dinner table just talking. And it wasn't about big deer. It wasn't about, I mean, age of deer or anything like that. It was really just we were talking about good times. And that's what I try to bring into through that page of enjoying yourself. Don't forget to have fun and just be yourself, promote something that you really love. And just, I want people to really enjoy something and realize that it's very family orientated. I really love when people send pictures into me. It's after the hunt, they're with their deer, and the kids are out there enjoying it with their dad or mom, and it's a very family-orientated thing. And those are the things that really come to mind. Just yesterday, I had somebody send me a picture. It was a video. It was nothing more than he was out hunting with his 5-year-old son, his second time out, and just kind of a funny video. I mean, you go out hunting, and you're supposed to be really quiet and everything, and yet his 5-year-old son, he's like whispering, trying to be quiet, and yet he's out there eating potato chips and being noisy in the bag. And but those are the things that you're going to remember someday. Like I said, everybody's going to be successful. Everybody's going to bag some deer after a while, but it's those things you're going to really remember. And that's what I try to really instill with people. Remember the little things. I didn't bring that along tonight, but just recently we had tried to do, or we want to do a little bit of advertising. So I made kind of a banner up, and we were trying to think of somebody that would really represent like Michigan deer hunters. And right off the get-go, who came to mind? There was a gentleman that I had recently got to know his friend. His name was Eric Richards from the UP. And why his name came to mind, his father had just passed away, and longtime deer hunter, and it was the same day that his dad had passed. He had messaged me with some pictures, and he wanted to know if I'd do kind of a little tribute to his dad, which I was more than happy to. And we got really good friends, and it was just a photo of him and his dad up in the UP, deer camp in the background. They had a dog. I guess they had just came to camp one day and they kind of adopted a dog that got lost or something. And there was a deer just hanging on the pole, and that just really represented to me what hunting was really about. And it's just, everybody gets hyped up for deer season, opening day, gun season, everything, but it's really what you're going to look back 20, 30, 40 years from now is the good times. I mean, hunting with your son, your daughter, and just enjoying those times with friends and continually gaining more friends each and every time you go out. So that's really what I'm about and what I'm trying to tell people is just really don't forget to have fun while you're out and just be yourself, because there's a lot of times you don't need to say words, just your actions themselves really show. And that's kind of what's happening with me. I mean, I don't have any big sponsors. I don't have any field staff and all this stuff. It's just me. I mean, just a cell phone a lot of times. I'm just taking some video, and yet I get complimented a lot of times just because I'm just being myself, and I'm just an average Joe guy that just wants to share my passion with other people. And I think that really stands out. But there's things, like I said, we can do. Organizations like HunterNation.org, great organizations that really instill what we as Republicans are, God, family, country, Constitution. That's things that we really want to get active with to continually increase numbers in not only just deer hunting, but in the outdoor community. As more and more kids and younger generation kind of get fixated on some of the cell phones and things like that, we want to get them to lay the phone down and get them outdoors. And that's not only are you going to enjoy the outdoors, but you're going to be with family. You're going to get with friends. And that's really, in the long run, what it boils down to. So if you guys have any questions for me, if you want to follow my page or just take a look at it, it's literally just Michigan Deer Hunters. Very easy to find. I got the logo on here, and we'd love to have you join us. Just click follow. I have an email address and everything through there. But right now, like I said, really we're focusing on middle of deer season right now. So we're getting a lot of people that are sharing hunting photos. And it doesn't have to be you with a deer or successful. I mean, a lot of times it's just, like I said, with the video I was talking about, sometimes it's just a matter of, I mean, you're out there with your buddy or doing something comical, because that's really what I want to try to just instill with people. Have fun and enjoy yourself this season. And I really appreciate the opportunity to come here tonight. It's kind of funny. I mean, I have a lot of times I'll do some podcasts or I'll do some live videos. And so this was kind of like tonight, my first time of really talking in front of some people, even though at times maybe I'm talking to 5,000 people online. It doesn't bother me. But so tonight was kind of a little different atmosphere for me. But I really enjoyed the opportunity just to tell you a little about myself, who I was. And we're going to hopefully maybe see some of you next week at the 15th and 16th at the Jerome Meat Market. We're going to be there throughout the day. I want to thank Troy Sandy Jr. He's here tonight. Good guy. Got great friends with him and just so many others like him. And that's been just a blessing in my life. And I want to thank you, everybody. If anybody has any questions or anything, more than welcome. Sure.
So I have my younger son is an avid deer hunter. And if I were to tell him about would he just go to Google?
Just basically go to Facebook and just type in Michigan Deer Hunters. And you're going to come up to, you'll see an orange logo just like this that'll pop up. And that'll probably be one of the top ones that pop up. And just go ahead and click follow. And there's information on there. You can email some email addresses or messenger and stuff. So.
Crossing?
Pardon me?
Did you ever Google deer crossing?
Do I have it done deer crossing?
It's a gal that calls in.
No, I haven't actually.
You gotta Google that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been pretty blessed. Recently, I have been doing a few podcasts with some, I've met some pretty great guys within the industry. One of them, Tom Nelson, which is a lifelong Michigan resident, lives out on the west side of the state, Hall of Fame archer. M.R. James. There's been some really good people, Ted Nugent. I mean, just some people that I've gotten a chance to talk to and share what we're about, and been very happy to be able to get to meet these people and more times. And just like tonight, I mean, getting to know you, I've really appreciated the opportunity and just kind of promoting who I am, and thankful for all of you being here tonight. So.
Questions? Thank you, Dale.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely check out the Facebook page. Dale hit it right in the head. It's a great